sequence to make the heart beat properly, as well as calming the nerves that are emitted from the spine, from the head to your heart. First things is stand up straight, the feet the width of your hips, spine straight, and the chin tucked in as deep as you can, closer to your neck, in that little hole right next to your neck, right next to your collarbones. We'll be doing square pranayama breathing technique, which is inhaling for 4 seconds, then holding the breath for 4, then exhaling for 4 seconds, and again holding the breath on 4 seconds. When holding the breath, the chin is tucked in closer to your collarbone, as close as you can. This is also known as Yalandarabanta. While holding the breath, everything from below your Molabanka, which is also known as the Kegel, trying to flex it at all times. When the air is exhaled out of your body, try to pull in the belly upwards closer to your chest, so the belly is up. The square pranayama stimulates superior laryngeal nerve as well as the vagus nerve. From the back, you should feel quite a bit of stretch, right the biggest bone, the rounded bone that's in your upper back. This is brachialis plexus from C6 till T1. From below, it stimulates your adrenal glands that are connected with your kidneys, as well as your pancreas. Do this breathing technique minimum for 5 minutes. You can go longer, 10, 15, or even half an hour. When you're breathing in and breathing out, make sure that your breathing is not too loud. Allow it to come naturally. As well as don't hold your breath longer than 4 seconds. Next part is mudras. For mudras are hand signs, hand postures. So just like yogic asanas, yogic positions, same thing goes with the hands. Mudras have been known for thousands of years, but for them to properly work, you need to properly warm up your hands as well. And your mindset has to be very, very clear whenever you're meditating and you have the specific mudras. So the first mudra is life-saving mudra. This is for anyone who feels that having a heart attack, a stroke, or any issues in the mind and the heart area. They're strictly correlated to one another, and prehistorically already mudras been meant to be made for you to save basically your own life. So for them to properly work, we need to properly warm up your hands. So there's one point right next to your soft spot where your thumb is. So with your pointing finger, go inside of here and go around, take a look around, see the most sensitive spot there. When you find it, you'll feel it, especially if it's very, very tight. If you feel like it's very painful, that you know that this area, you hit the right spot. So just move it around, slowly warm it up. Then go front and back a little bit. Just start to move it, that painful little spot, move it around. And then try to push it in with your left finger and your right hand. Try to push it in. Okay, that's good. Properly warm it up. Same thing on the other hand, same thing. Warming up this area right here. With your pointing finger, using your pointing finger. Now move side to side. This is on your left hand, remember. And then try to punch it in there a little bit more with the finger, going inside a little bit deeper. Really warm it up. Good. Now, taking your left hand onto your side of the body, onto your hip. With your right hand, we're going to warm up your left side, more so the middle of the chest and the left side of the chest. So warm it up, that heart region, the heart area. Really warm it up, really strong though. You can do this without a shirt as well. It's best to have skin on skin, to be honest. Really, really strong. So the skin turns red or pinkish. Then take your hand almost like in a fist. I'm going to warm up that area with this part of the body. That's good. And now we will take your fingers, just the tip of the fingers, and just go over tapping lightly, going circle motion. And now just to go over very gently, softly, with the tip of the fingers, with your palms, over that area. That's good. Now we're going to warm up one more time with your right hand, this part, right next to your thumb. Try to move around. That's good. So what we do next, the first mudra that we'll do is life-saving mudra. Take your pointy fingers and place them onto these spots where you just massage them. Then your thumb, your middle finger, and your ring finger connect, like this. Just like that. Your pinkies are up. You can take your hands onto your thighs. You can be standing as well and just allow your hands to fall down to the sides of the body. But hold the mudras here. If your fingers are flexible enough, what you can do is to take these fingers inside, taking these fingers inside of one another, like this, underneath, like that, and like that. And then try to connect these thumbs, fingers closer together. Should look something like this. Okay? And now, if you're able to place the life-saving mudra together, then you can place it onto your chest, like this. If not, then just take them to the side of the body and for 1 minute, inhale and exhale. When you inhale, focus, feel your fingers, your mudra. When you exhale, feel the rest of the body. And your mind needs to be clear from any additional thoughts. And 1. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. And 60. Slowly open your eyes. Release your hands. And slightly move your fingers side to side, just a little bit. Next part. If you have trouble feeling anything from the mudras, then stay there a little bit longer. Let's say if 1 minute is not enough, stay 5, 10, 15 perhaps, maybe even half an hour through each of the mudra. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. And always remember to warm them up, otherwise they don't work without warming you up. Next mudra, we warm up your hands, just going front and back, front and back. A little stronger. And as strong as you can. Very, very strong. Really warming them up. Slowly stop moving. The next one, mudra, is called Heavenly Temple. Take your left thumb with your right thumb. Go underneath. Your right pointing finger above, and then connect each finger one by one. It's going to be a pretty hand sound like this. And then take it onto your chest. Shoulders back behind you, and hands, the arms down. This mudra is called Heavenly Temple. It clears any negativity, depression, anxiety, stress, any anger. Perhaps whenever you're doing something, you feel an anxiety or a frustration feeling, emotion. This helps to clarify that negativity, those emotions. It's basically purifies your heart, purifies your conscious. This is very important to do in order for you to get rid of the outside sources that affects your mind, and affects your thinking, affects your thoughts and energies. Again, closing your eyes, slowly inhaling, feeling your fingers in front of you. When you exhale, feel the rest of your body. Moving on to the next one. We will warm up your thumbs. This is our last mudra. So what we do, imagine you have a gum stuck to your pointing fingers, and with your thumbs trying to just get rid of it, trying to throw it off, something stuck to our fingers. So your thumbs just the front of your just the front of where your nail is. Slowly trying to get rid of it, up and back, just like that. Then with your pointing finger on your right hand, and with your thumb, trying to really hit the thumb, really try to hit it. Same thing on the other hand. And you can do this slightly longer, just to properly warm them up as well. That's good. And now, just like a circle motions, imagine there's a small little ball in between your pointing finger and your thumb, and we're just moving them and slowly warming them up, moving the small little ball around. Now imagine this ball is like a dough, and you move it up, roll it up in like a long roll. Front and back, front and back. Yeah. This next mudra is called Chin Mudra. And imagine something sticky like a gum in between your pointing finger and your thumb. Moves up and down, up and down. When you move, you feel like a little bit of energy in between them as well. And try to stick them together. Stick them together. Taking the hands up, palms to the sky. Taking your hands to your thighs. Sitting up straight, shoulders back. Your eyes are closed. Slowly inhaling through your nose, feeling the hands, the fingers in between your thumb and your pointing finger. When you exhale, feel the rest of your body. This mudra is fire with air, connects right this region, clears everything and gathers everything in this region, in your chest. And close your eyes. And for 1 minute, just inhale and exhale. When you inhale, focus in between the fingers. When you exhale, focus on the rest of the body. And 1. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. And 60. Slowly open your eyes, take your hands apart, move your fingers a little bit around. We are done with our mudras. I want to thank you for your attention. Do these mudras every day until you feel, the sensation, the feeling from the heart is slowly getting away. Also, if you do have an anxiety, depression, and a lot of insomnia, a lot of times what happens is that your nervous system is overloaded. So what you want to make sure that you do the breathing techniques first of Yalanthara Bandha, the breathing technique that we did before, of the 4 times 4 times 4, 4 seconds inhale, then holding 4 seconds, exhale, and then again holding for 4 seconds. And then moving on to the mudras. And for mudras, if you want to, you can do them at least a minute, but you can go a little bit longer. For the breathing technique, make sure that you're doing at least 5 minutes, and you can definitely go more than that. 5, 10, 15, perhaps 20 or 30 minutes as well. Thank you, and I hope it helps.